From the Samsung Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSPTV and the Standard Speaker.
As parents put their kids on the school bus every day, they want to think they'll have a safe trip and won't be bullied. But can we ensure that? Back to school bus safety, our top story on News 13 for this Tuesday. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kathy Bazinski. Well, summer's been fun. Those big yellow school buses are back on the road again. Christina Papa spoke with the state police today, who want to remind drivers to watch out for them while on the road.
It's big and yellow, not really hard to miss, but state troopers are still reminding drivers, watch out for school buses.
The school buses are going to be out there running again. There's going to be kids, walking back and forth to school.
Under PA vehicle codes, when those red lights are flashing and the stop sign arms come out, drivers of any vehicle must stop at least 10 feet away from the bus.
You also have to wait till all the children have gotten off the bus and got to their destination, whether that's across the street or, off the bus onto the sidewalk of the school, and stay there until the bus, turns those lights off, and then they may proceed.
And while state police will be watching the roads to make sure the buses are safe while driving, administration here at Hazleton Area School District will be watching the buses inside, making sure all the kids are safe and not being bullied.
This case of bus bullying caught on tape happened right before school ended in June. Hazleton area students were out of control, yelling curse words and throwing food at 18-year-old Christopher Seaman, who's autistic. School officials say they will be punishing the children on that bus once school begins in September. Parents are still outraged by the act of violence.
The school bus with the boy, I think that's really ridiculous, and that those children need to be punished, because that is bullying by far, and I feel really bad for the young man.
Fawn Overton's daughter, 15-year-old Justice, will be going back to school soon. She's not worried about the kids on the bus.
I feel when I get on my bus with my bus driver, I feel it's safe. But there's other cars out there that need to pay attention more than they do.
And just in case drivers aren't obeying road rules, police will be out patrolling the area.
Within the first couple of weeks of school, some of the patrols will go out and, try and follow some school buses and stuff like that, just to make sure that people are driving safe and obeying the laws and, not passing the school buses when they shouldn't be.
Christina Papa, News 13, Hazel Township.
Well, every day students return to class at yet another regional school. Today, Eaker students headed back to school at MMI Prep in Freeland. Students crowded into the lobby of the school for back-to-school photo opportunities, as well as gearing up with some MMI pride. There are 247 new and returning students at the preparatory school, and everybody's excited about a new year of learning.
Well, today is our favorite day of the year. We're excited to have our students back. We have 247 new and returning students, and we're looking forward to a great school year with them.
And here's the not so great news. By mid-morning, students were already back in the educational swing, and the head of school says there will be homework tonight. Well, those students are doing their homework. Students in one Schuylkill County school are having fun. The St. Clair School District has done some major renovating, and as Matthew Petrillo tells us, it includes a whole bunch of new bells and whistles, plus a playground in the sky.
The entire St. Clair School District fits within these walls, and over the summer, the building underwent about $11 million in renovations. The gymnasium received a brand new scoreboard, along with fresh new floors. There's a new music room, and some classrooms also got new desks. But the biggest improvement to the school this year was its expansion. Now, 2 years ago, you would have seen kids here playing what is now a parking garage. But then the school district opened up a playground in the sky, and the superintendent says it's a great way to maximize their space.
Everybody's so excited because we've been so pushed for space, and we were on top of each other. So this is just something I can't even express to you how nice it is to have the right facilities and spaces for kids to learn and play and grow.
The playground is on the roof of the building and surrounded by a special caged fence.
The fence itself, when you look directly into it, you can see the town and the surrounding areas, but as your line of sight moves in any angle, it blurs your line of sight. So when you're up here, you don't have a sense of being on top of a building with no structure around you.
The playground is just part of the expansion. The ground floor features a new garage, and in between the playground and the garage is a brand new wing with about 8 classrooms. But students say their favorite place to be is the playground.
I was pretty excited. I was just like, oh my God, this is awesome. We were having a lot of fun. Before the nets came up, we were playing tag and all that, and we were playing with our friends and all that.
Volleyball, we were playing tag the other day. We jump rope and stuff.
It's a very safe place where kids can have a break and play and interact with their peers in a less structured way. So it's a really positive thing for us.
Matthew Petrillo, News 13, St. Clair.
Hello, I'm Chief Frank DeAndre of the Hazelton Police Department with information about the new school traffic patterns at the Hazelton Elementary Middle School. Newly installed metal detectors at the school will change the way students enter the building. Instead of using the east and west entrances, all students will enter through the 9th Street entrance. This change has prompted a change in the traffic patterns around the school to keep the students safe. The Hazelton Area School District and the Hazelton Police Department have developed an emergency traffic pattern plan that will make travel around the castle much easier and allow for the total safety of our children. Starting with the first day of school, between 7:30 and 9 each morning, traffic will be restricted from traveling west on 9th Street between Carson and Manhattan Court. No one will be able to drive in front of the school in the lane closest to the school itself. Drivers will be able to travel east on the opposite side of the street. There will be no change to Garibaldi Court, which is the alley between Carson and Wyoming Street. 11th Street, the street behind the school, will still be one-way west, and there will be 15-minute student drop-off and pickup only on the south side from 2 p.m. until 4 p.m. to allow for parents to stand and pick up their children. The biggest change you will notice is that Manhattan Court will now be two-way. This will allow a quick, much easier way around the school for anyone to travel. Just as in the past, parking will not be allowed on Manhattan Court. These traffic patterns are already in place to get the community used to them before the start of the school year. It is important for everyone to be aware that these changes will have been made for the safety of the students. Because of this, the signs posted shall be strictly enforced. No parking means no parking. If you are stopped sitting in your car on a street that says no parking, you shall be issued a parking ticket. Double parking or parking with disregard to the signs, even for a few minutes, is illegal and will cause a hazardous condition. It's also important to make sure no vehicle ever crosses the lane of travel and stops facing east in the westbound lanes of 9th Street. For the first several weeks of school, an officer from HPD will be on patrol and issue parking tickets to anyone who disobeys the signs. The Hazelton Parking Authority has also agreed to assist and have members in the area to issue tickets. Parents, if you have a child that attends the castle, we highly recommend you go there a day or two before school with your child and find a location that will be your special predetermined pickup and drop-off point. Then you can instruct your child when they get out of school each day to meet you in the designated spot and have them practice this before the first day of school. Please help me keep all of our children safe and pay close attention when you're traveling in and around the castle, as well as anywhere in our community now that school is back in session. Remember, drivers need to be careful because children are carefree.
And there you have it. Well, Hazelton City administrators will be taking a trip down to a county council meeting tonight where they'll confront a possible transit merger. Hazelton Mayor Joseph Yanuzzi, Hazelton Public Transit Director Ralph Sharp, and Acting City Administrator Steve Hahn will attend the meeting to discuss where the city stands on the proposed merger between Hazelton Public Transit and Luzerne County's Transportation Authority. Pennsylvania Department of Transportation claims the merger would cut annual costs by nearly $1 million, but city officials sure don't agree. Mayor Yanuzzi believes the city is nothing like the failing Luzerne County system, calling the county's attempt at merging a control issue.
County has employees, they have bus drivers, they have a lot of people in the office. We have 3 people, and everything else is contracted out. So we're nowhere near what they are. So it doesn't benefit us. It doesn't save them any money to have them run this operation. So we're going to go up and explain that to them, and they're using a threat of, over our head that they're not going to give us our share of, which is $120-some thousand, because they feel that we should be merging, and they have no idea what we do.
And County Council won't be doing any voting on that matter during tonight's session. Still ahead on News 13 as we head toward the holiday weekend, a mix of summer sunshine and some showers. We'll tell you all about it in News 13 weather. But first, gearing up for a post-Labor Day start in one local school district. We'll tell you if everything will be good to go when News 13 continues. Hazleton area school district students are just a little more than a week away from their first day back. Christina Papa caught up with the superintendent to find out what the community can expect from the district this year.
It's a big week here at the Hazleton Area School District, and I'm here with Dr. Antonelli to talk about what's new, what's happening this year. School starts Thursday for all the kids. Talk about what are they going to see when they come in.
Correct. Many exciting new initiatives. First and foremost, Christine, of course, is the opening of the Hazleton Area Academy of Sciences, our STEM high school. We're very, very excited about the opportunities for our students interested in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics-related careers. It's an exciting building, technology-rich, many partnerships with higher education, business, and industry to provide our students with unique learning opportunities.
And that's for those are for the high school students, correct? Right.
That's correct. 9 through 12 will be starting in September with freshmen, sophomores, and juniors, and the following year we'll have our full complement freshmen through senior students. We also have begun work on our new Maple Manor Elementary Middle School, the former Bishop Hafey building, and again that's going to be a state-of-the-art elementary middle school slated to open in September of 2014, and we're very excited about that building and the possibilities for educational opportunities for our students.
You also have some new things going into all of the buildings, correct? Some safer, I guess the kids are going to go in, they're going to see something new there.
Correct. It is paramount that we provide a safe and orderly environment for students and staff. Without a safe and orderly environment, learning cannot and will not take place. We will be implementing metal detectors and armed security officers, Act 120 police-trained officers, in all of our elementary and middle schools, starting on Thursday, to complement the metal detectors and the SROs that we have on this high school campus. We also are very excited about rewriting our curriculum. Dr. Butler has been leading that initiative at the high school level to rewrite curriculum along with an outstanding committee of teachers to align our curriculum with the Pennsylvania core standards. And we also hope to begin work on realigning our elementary and middle school curriculum in the same regard, alignment with Pennsylvania core standards.
Well, best of luck with this school year. Again, school starts here at the Hazleton Area School District Thursday, and I'm Christina Papa with Dr. Antonelli in the administration building here at Hazleton Area for News 13.
A lot going on in Hazleton area this year. It's time now for our regional weather from the National Weather Service. And checking the radar, not much going on this hot, sunny August day, but that may change as we move into the overnight. Creative condition looking a bit more like tomorrow than today. It's by Jose Sandoval, a student at Hazleton Elementary Middle School, and he drew a really stormy day. It even looks like lightning might strike that tree at any minute. So now let's take a look at News 13 weather from the National Weather Service for Greater Hazleton for tonight. Slight chance of showers and thunderstorms with a low around 66 degrees. And for Wednesday, partly sunny with again slight chance of showers with a high up to 76. Slight chance of showers continuing into the overnight with a low down to 65 degrees. And heading to Schuylkill County tonight, a chance of showers and thunderstorms with a low about 66. For Wednesday, partly sunny, chance of showers and thunderstorms, a high up to 83 degrees. Slight chance of showers during the overnight with a low around 64 degrees. And let's check the winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Hey, here we go. The daily, 827. The big four, 2182. Quinto, 72981. And the treasure hunt, 12, 16, 23, 24, 30. Hope you won.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. First tonight, happy anniversary to Roseanne and Tom Sandra. This wish comes with love from your family and friends. Tonight's Talk of the Town report. Do you have questions about faith? Alpha is coming to answer those questions. The 10-week program begins September 9th from 6 to 8:30 p.m. in the Social Hall at Cunningham United Methodist Church, located on Main Street. Call the church 788-3960 for more information. And finally, St. Michael's Church will be holding a pierogi sale Monday, September 16th. Call early before they are sold out. They're just $7 a dozen. And to order or for more information, please call 570-462-2424. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. George R. Carilla of Mount Wolf. Services will be held Saturday at 10:30 a.m. in the Holy Infant Catholic Church. Friends may call Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. from the John W. Keffer Funeral Home. Mary Catherine Sonich, formerly of West Hazelton. Mass is Thursday at 10 a.m. from the Holy Name of Jesus Parish at Transfiguration Church. Friends may call Thursday from 9 to 10 a.m. Arrangements are under the direction of the Hillary J. Bonin Funeral Home. Kenneth T. Meeks of Whitehaven. Funeral is Thursday at 11 a.m. at the Lehman Family Funeral Service. Friends may call Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. and Thursday from 10:30 to 11 a.m. Harry Wyshowski Jr., formerly of Coaldale. Arrangements will be announced by the Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home. Timothy J. White of Mahanoy City. Funeral is Friday at 9:30 a.m. from the James P. Haney Funeral Home. Friends may call Thursday from 6 to 9 p.m. And Robert A. McLaurin of Hazelton. All services will be private from the Turnbach Funeral Home. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazelton. For delivery to all local funeral homes, call 570-454-0111. And by Doves of White. Serving Schuylkill and surrounding counties, call 570-205-1597.
SSPTV Sports on News 13 with Fred Barletta Jr.
Well, some of the schools are back in with classes going on. Some of them don't start until after Labor Day this year. Same thing with sports. Some of them get started, well, coming up this weekend. But it's always golf and tennis that get the little jump. They get out there early. And so we not only have some results, but in golf, we had our first major preseason tournament. Let's take a look. We'll explain. On the tennis courts yesterday, both MMI and Hazelton area were home. Now, a little refresher here. In the fall time of the year, it's girls tennis. And the MMI girls, well, they took care of business yesterday against the Tunkhannock Tigers. Claire Sheen, straight set winners. Preppers win 4-1. Meanwhile, Hazelton area got a really good performance from Grazia DeVita, but it wasn't enough. Wyoming Seminary edges Hazelton area 3-2. As you look at that score, folks, they play doubles, they play singles. There's 3 singles matches, 2 doubles matches. That adds up to the 5 points, and you can see that's why in all these scores, it'll add up to the number 5. Even guys that have trouble with math like me could figure that one out. Now, in golf, this is the one where, remember, it's low score wins. And so you take a look throughout the area, and it came down to a battle between Holy Redeemer and Crestwood. Holy Redeemer would win out on that. Now you could see both Hazelton area and MMI near the back of the pack. Young teams, small squad teams, they did have some very nice individual things. Take, for instance, Richie Gowell. He shot very well, shot an 83 as a matter of fact. But, you can't do this in a tournament with just one guy, and that was the problem. Same thing with Sam Harmon of MMI. He, just like Gowell, shot an 83. But not too bad. Fox Hill, pretty tough course, par 71. And if you've ever golfed up there, it's a little bit challenging. So that's a really nice job by the kids. So there you have the team ends. There you have the individual ones. They'll be back to the regular team stuff coming up later this week. Now, in Schuylkill League action today, Pottsville and Tamaqua will square off. Schuylkill League, well, they play all 18 holes. In the Wyoming Valley Conference, they only play 9. Minor League Baseball, they always play 9. And the Toledo Mud Hens, 7-4 winners over Indianapolis. Russ Kanzler wearing the collar in that one. As far as the Rail Riders, they were cruising along. They had a 1-0 lead going to the bottom of the 9th inning. Pawtucket scores not 1 to tie, but 2 to win. Pawtucket, 2-1 winners over Scranton Wilkes-Barre yesterday. So the Rail Riders on the short end of things there. The Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, they nipped Buffalo 3-2 as Freddie Galvin 3 for 4 on the day for Lehigh Valley. There's your schedule of International League play today. It's basically the same as you go up and down the line. Major leagues, the Yankees lost the first one in Toronto. They'll try to rebound tonight. The Rays had a disastrous one-game hiatus out in Kansas City. They'll come home. They start a series with the Halos. Pirates are now out of first place by a little bit. They host Milwaukee, and the Mets and Phils, they'll be battling it out at Citi Field after Cliff Lee looked spectacular last night. National League East standings, Phils and Mets hopelessly out of it. It's actually jockeying for position. Who's going to finish ahead of who? Atlanta, well, they have a very comfortable lead. They could just about put it on cruise control. They're banged up. They may have to do that. Washington, finally to the 500 mark, but they're still not even close on the wild card, but don't count them out. There you see the Cardinals edging ahead of the Buccos, and Cincinnati lurking. 3 very good teams in that one division. So we'll see how that all ends up. And as far as the Rays, they are now percentage points behind the Red Sox as we start some getting ready to go to September, right? Tonight's sports is brought to you by Mountain Speedway. Here's a look at this weekend's action. It's going to be busy. The racing will begin at 6, so plenty of action this Saturday. Just $10 for grandstand admission. Kids under 10 are free, and if you're active military or a senior, you get a $2 discount. There's the website and the phone numbers. You could call them and get all the information on the excitement of racing down at Mountain Speedway.
And plenty more news and information headed your way on News 13. One local Catholic school experiencing a surge in student enrollment for the first time in almost a decade. That story and much more news when the 13 crew comes right back.